Another tough game is Alleman going to play the defending Western Big Six champions, Quincy. Joe, how can Alleman be competitive in this game?
It's tough because welcome back to the Western Big Six, right? Here's a gift for you. You have to travel 2.5 hours south and play the team that hasn't lost a Big Six game
since a long time.
It's been a while,
a couple of years.
They have. I mean, it's going to be an interesting spot. They from everything we can tell, they did a pretty good job of hanging with Dwight, and then all of a sudden it seemed like it just got away from them late. And Dwight's a tough team. They were quarterfinalists last year, but this is obviously a different level of opponent, right? It's nothing against the kids at Alleman. They've got good players. They've got athletes. It's just you're taking that. They were playing team. They're a 1A or 2A team potentially. They were playing 1A, 2A schools in week 1 and 2. Well, you're now playing a team that obviously they lost loads of talent, but you're still playing a 7A school now, and you're playing a couple 5A and 6A schools now when you get back into the Big Six. So, this is just me doing the warning, like temper your expectations. Like if it's a little rocky here, especially the first year back, don't jump off the boat. I think Coach Barber's doing a lot of good stuff. I think for them, again, it's the same thing, confidence. Do you want to try it on the road? Is there anything that you can do early on that you can get ahead to make Quincy sweat a little bit and think this isn't a spot that if you can get up on them, if it's 7-7 after one, if you're leading like 10-7 in the second quarter or something crazy like that, maybe make Quincy think this is a spot we shouldn't be in, and then all of a sudden maybe they start pressing. Those are some avenues for them. Does Coach Barber have any tricks in the bag to try to pull out on the road in the first conference game to keep Quincy off balance? Those are some things maybe that I'd be interested to see what they do and how they attack in that spot. It's a tough spot for them. It really is. Like, there's no bones about it. But I know Coach Barber's going to have those guys prepared and they'll be ready to go. And I'm intrigued to see how that goes, just because I think that would be a good gauge to see what Alleman's able to do in the entire conference season. Because I think when you look at it, I think there's 3 teams at least in the top tier of the Big Six. Moline, Quincy, UT right now. I just think that's where it's at. You have Geneseo and Sterling kind of right there behind them. Who knows how many tiers back or what you would say. And then Geneseo, and then what would the rest be? Galesburg, Rocky, and Alleman, the rest, kind of fighting from the bottom up. I think this early test for them, you'll at least be able to see how they can compete with the rest of the conference after this game.
First of all, yeah, I agree. There's a question, how well is Alleman going to be able to compete their first year back at varsity level, first year back in Western Big Six play? Okay. I think a really good sign for the Pioneers was the fact that they were playing a very good Dwight team last week, and 14-14 was the score about midway through the third quarter before Dwight took over that game down the stretch.
Gave them all they can handle.
Yeah, very good. I think it's a very good sign for them to be seen, obviously, to be proven out over the course of the season. Quincy is not that game, though. Okay, realistically, Quincy lost. They graduated one of the greatest collections of skill players you're ever going to see at the high school level. From quarterback, receivers, running back, all of the above, all of them graduated. And yet, here's Quincy with the far and away number 1 receiver in the conference, Cole Burgess. 4 of the top 10 receivers are from Quincy so far through 2 weeks. Hunter Schuckman at quarterback has more than twice the yardage of the second place guy in terms of passing yardage through 2 weeks. So nothing has really changed with Quincy, just the names. They may not be quite as good as they have been, but they seem to be doing fine, right? This is not the true test for Alleman this week. You can't gauge it by what happens with Quincy. What happens down the line with some of these other teams like Geneseo, Sterling, Rock Island, Galesburg? What are they going to be able to do against them? That's going to be one of the very interesting stories, I think, all season long. And there's a lot of people pulling for the Pioneers to do well in that regard.
Braden Little, 2